Hi, my name is Paul Friedman. I founded the Marriage Foundation, and I don't like this topic, but of course I have to address it anyway. Hopefully you're a subscriber and you love how we approach things, and that's why you follow us, and you're learning so much about marriage, and you can't learn it anywhere else because frankly we're the only ones who have this sense of what marriage is supposed to be. And this topic is when your family doesn't approve of your partner. This, if you're close to your family, can hurt, can be very painful because you love your family and they love you, but they're not showing you love right now by telling you they don't approve of your partner. They may have some legitimate concerns about your partner, and if it's still early on, you really should objectively meet with your family who doesn't like your partner and write down their objections and see what it is. Maybe you're missing something, because there is that chance. I've been doing this for a very long time, and I used to be a divorce mediator too. I could remember in one session wife saying, my parents never liked you, they didn't trust you. And I thought, now here's the question: was he not trustworthy, or was she so influenced by that messaging that she carried that into her marriage? So it's very important for you at this stage, if you're not married yet, to evaluate what's being said and decide whether they're just being jerks or whether they're onto something. So let's go along with they're just being jerks, okay? But you still have to do that evaluation. Now, they didn't find out all that you found out about your partner, your soulmate. They don't have that connection with them that you have. They don't see them the way you see them, through the eyes of love, because they wouldn't be your partner if you didn't fall in love. And I have to go back and forth here. Again, if it's pre-marriage or pre-engagement, the eyes of love can fool you, because our soulmates are not always the right person for us. That may shock you to hear me say that. Once you marry them, they are your soulmate, and that's it. Or I should say once you have children. But they may be someone who you knew in the past, and you guys haven't seen each other for 30 or 40 incarnations, who knows, or 3 or 4 or 3,000. We live a lot of incarnations, and now you see them again. That love goes bam, but maybe they went off on a path and you went off on a different path, and you're not right for each other. Maybe their morality isn't where it should be. Morality is a very important part of a good, healthy marriage, that you're aligned, that you have the same morality, the same ideas of what is right and what is wrong. It's very important. And I'm not here to tell you what is right and what is wrong, but you two should be aligned, at least in those things that are important. And so that is important. But if you're already married, you're seeing the real them, the soul, because you're soulmates. And it's your job now to make that connection so strong that your lives are flooded with love and joy. And I'm not being poetic here. This is what marriage is intended to be. You see, you live on 3 different planes at the same time. We all do. The very most bottommost part of us is almost an animal. It's based on the drive to survive. It's all about self-preservation. And that part of us, that very base part of us, is part of us. But we're supposed to have lifted ourselves up. So the top, the uppermost part, is the part where we are souls and we manifest our soul qualities of love, of joy, and wisdom. And then in the middle is where we all live. It's the mundane world, where it's a combination, and we're doing our best. We have to make a living, we get along, but these two, bottom and top, are fighting all the time. The primal is always trying to bring us down into self-preservation, and the top is just relax, because it's the soul. It has plenty of time. Soul is forever. And it's just waiting until we, as a consciousness, wise up. And so when you're already married, but you're flooding your marriage with love and joy, both of you are uplifting. And you'll rise above, both of you will rise above the conditions that maybe your family sees. On the other hand, maybe they just have differences. You know, there are people who have prejudice. Oh, I hate Polish people. Oh, I hate black people. Oh, I hate Italians. And maybe that's what's coming out. And in those cases, you don't want to separate yourself from your family, but you can ask them politely to respect what you see in your soulmate, and let them know in no uncertain terms that their opinion of them is hurtful and you would like them not to. Now, will they stop? No, they're not going to stop. So you, when they go off, you just smile, say, excuse me, and you leave the room and you come back later. You don't have to hear it. You don't have to let yourself be punished in that way. And that is literally the best way to deal with it, to not be punished by their prejudices, which have no place in your marriage. You see that? So you don't have to be offensive. You don't have to take a stand. You don't have to be brutal. You don't have to be a diplomat. You don't have to do any of those things. But you do reassure your soulmate that you live for them. You love them. You're there 100%. And that your family is who they are, and they don't interfere with how you think about them. You see? You see how you do it? It could be so sweet. You're above the little things in the world. You're above people's prejudices and anger and all this stuff. And if not, then strive to be. Then this is a gift to you of your challenge to lift yourself above all of that nonsense. We're not going to war over this, are we? So that's what you do. Now, if you're already a subscriber and you've been following me and you love this stuff and you want to be a TMF marriage counselor, and we don't do therapy, we just do marriage counseling, just marriage counseling, then let us know, because I'm starting to put together a beautiful training program so you too can help people with their marriages. So thank you for visiting. Again, I'm Paul Friedman. I founded the Marriage Foundation. God bless you. Thank you. Like this video and take care.